Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to our second match of the night in the biggest season that Nemesis has ever had. And I'm excited to bring this one to you, joined with a magic man himself, Mr. Magic Pepperoni. How's it going?
I'm doing good. I've been waiting so long for this. It feels like we had the longest off season ever, but it was well worth the wait. And that first match showed you exactly why. These teams have been grinding it out, and the performance level is an all-time high. And for the Prospect League, the MMR boundaries have gone up so much. So this is practically a challenger matchup from last season. It's going to be really good, and I really can't wait to watch it.
Yeah, that's one of the things we've talked about as managers is like the way the MMR is shifting. People might think they're gonna farm because they're in prospect, but really it's like a minor league challenger at this point with how the MMR has shifted. And you mentioned the last game, Game 5 OT, first stream match of the season. Couldn't ask for a better start. And I just hope this one's able to follow that because I genuinely think this might be the most competitive season that Nemesis has ever seen.
Yeah, in that last match, for example, that was a hard favorite in Krakens that almost let it slip by. And going into this match, these are two very evenly matched teams. In the PR, I think they were, what, 13, 14, or something like that. They were both on the lower end of things, so they're looking to prove themselves. And there's no way better to do it than to take down the team that you had to play against in the finals last season. Velocity, they pulled it through 4-3 last season. That was a very fun match to watch, and I do expect a very high level of competition between these two teams, and I can't wait.
Absolutely. Velocity rocking C Dubs, JPH, OK Tiny, and Trash Boat. A lot of new players on that team, not very familiar with a lot of them. I do know Big C Dubs recently added to this roster because he got promoted to GM. And then you got Origin with Scanty, Pirate Rage, Bot Duncan, and Parallax. I think Parallax, the returning player for that roster. So I know it's already underway, Magic. But if you had to put it your guess out right here, right now, who's taking the series?
I'm gonna give it to Velocity because I think Big C Dubs was the highest performing player on his team last season, and I really do trust him to take it. And I'd probably see this game going 4 or 5.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. I think Big C Dubs was definitely impressive last season, and let's see if he can pick right up where he left off as he plays it off the corner and Tiny shot blocked Beast Mode up off the backboard, and C Dubs there to put it in as it looks like he has not missed a step, Magic.
Yeah, and the pressure's starting to mount very early for Origin. You can see the stream nerves, very grounded starting off early. Parallax, not sure how much boost he had, but probably a save he usually makes. And Big C Dubs, the man we called on, he's making his presence felt very early on for these Origin defenders. Velocity can take an early lead.
And one thing I'm noticing, Magic, is Origin not playing with Scanty. Uh, so I don't know. It's kind of nerve wracking when you lose your highest MMR player, but Parallax doesn't care as he's gonna put one in.
And Parallax, that's the other guy that you probably remember his name. That's a very well-known player and a very tight angle shot that you have to trust him to make, and he is going to slot it in. First goal of the season has to feel good to be his first shot of the season. So we got to even up very quickly here.
Yeah, 2 goals in just over a minute. This one's set to be a high scoring affair out of the Prospect League. Is a shot bottom corner just off target. D-Dubs 50 to keep that one in. Bot Duncan over one, but Tiny. A solid defensive rotation there. C-Dubs with a clear, but Parallax is going to play this one to himself, but a bad bounce gives that one away. Beast Mode downfield, a nice double tap there. And I think, Magic, that's an example of how the Prospect League is going to be more like the Challenger League is double taps and backboard reads going to be a lot more common this season.
Yeah, the players, they've had so much time to grind it out. So these are players that, even though they were prospect last season, they're practically 150 MMR higher than they were, and they're playing it the best they have in a very long time. Is Pirate Rage, not only does he have the best outfit matching his name, but he's getting involved in the dunking, excuse me, the bumping up department very early on. A lot of pro teams, that's the meta right now, and Pirate Rage, he's going to follow that suit very easily.
Yeah, we saw the effectiveness of that bump, preventing the reverse sweep last game with Mitch bumping one of the Kraken's players to send that goal in. So the Prospect League definitely taking after them as Tiny gets a nice flick. The ball bouncing awkwardly.
Ooh.
Beast mode, right place at the right time to put that one in.
This game one really is showing a lot of nerves. You can see the slow pace, Tiny taking all the time in the world, and he still finds a way to get it over the diving defender. And Origin, they had everybody back, but yet the speed was their downfall as another goal coming through for Velocity. And Beast Mode, he is topping off the scoreboards already, and he is popping off as Tiny is going to get involved as well. And all three players going to get a bit of action early on.
Yeah, Tiny with an absolutely dominating kickoff there off the corner, puts it home. Parallax just kind of stuck flat-footed there, as that's a quick 3-1 advantage for the Velocity boys.
Yeah, and you can see the kickoffs are so important in these games. You already had one kickoff goal and haven't seen a very dead kickoff. It's very one-sided each time. At least Origin, they need to have some of them go their way because Velocity, they're ramping up the energy very quickly.
Mhm. And a great pass there to get that clear out, but a demo released some of that pressure. Bot Duncan plays that one out. Parallax right into C-Dubs' arms, but a demo for his efforts. C-Dubs off the respawn, a little fortunate there. Grabs boost and the ball, puts it up. It's high, bar down
Oh,
and out as just fractions of an inch separates them from another goal. Tiny clearing that one off his own
ooh.
backboard. Pirate Rage with the miss as now Magic, it's starting to look a
Yeah.
little more like the Prospect League.
We're back. Prospect moments left and right. Back where we started with these guys. The nerves are just coming into play. It's almost an own goal from Tiny, but just a really good back pass is what we'll call it. But either way, Origin's running out of time. And say what you want, they have to put two goals in the back of the net, or Velocity, they're going to get out with this win.
Yep, ball up the sidewall as Beast Mode go for a flip reset, I think. Can't quite get it, but Bot Duncan, awkward spot. C-Dubs there to put the pressure on. Pirate Rage sends that one off to the side. Tiny plays it back. Beast Mode opting to control that. Can't get a follow-up touch though, as C-Dubs in an awkward spot, but handles it really well. Gets a demo on his way out as Parallax looking to control it in the corner. Can't quite get it. The pressure is mounting, but a good clear from Pirate Rage as he finally moves this one out. But a bump stops any further progress. And with 20 or 30 seconds left, Magic, what changes do you think Origin needs to make to just have a chance in this one or maybe next game?
They need to be a much more cohesive unit. They just look like a bunch of one players right now as a shot comes on and no goalie to be seen. Luckily, the crossbar plays its part, but you can see it's just one touch and it's right to a velocity player. Not very many consecutive touches. That's a very much changed thing they have to have going into game two.
Excited for this post-game stats screen so that we can see the demo discrepancy, because I really feel like
Oh my
they've
gosh.
been favoring velocity as another one comes out there and the ball is going to hit the ground, and velocity taking game one in a slightly dominating fashion.
Yeah, they had the one goal from Origin Parallax. It was a nice shot to be fair, but it was I mean the goals we saw from Velocity were so much quicker and just high pace of play that Origin's got to wake up before it gets out of hand. One game that is very comebackable, but if it gets to two, you have to feel that the pressure. First game of the season, we're already down 0-2. That's going to be a lot to handle. But I mean, either way, I'm kind of shocked. Beast Mode just came out. I had never heard of the guy, and he looks like Beast Mode, the pro player, because right now he is just owning this lobby. And that one kickoff goal from Tiny was really what just broke the camel's back for Origin as he just let the air out and not much action happened on the velocity side of the field after that.
Yeah, and it was actually Origin who led in demos, but it definitely didn't feel
Did
like it.
not feel like that.
As velocity just dominating, and like you said, JPH, um, Beast Mode, or JPH on the sheets, I should say, uh, putting up 7 shots there, which is absolutely dominating um, performance there. And we'll see if they can keep that up. But Magic, we both know that playing on stream can be very nerve wracking. Uh, how nerve wracking do you think it is to play on stream on opening day?
Ooh. Okay, honestly, I wanted to just because you get the stream nerves down early on in the season. You kind of know what to expect as it goes on. But these guys are a bunch of players I haven't seen before. Might be some new guys, and having that first game on stream, everybody's watching you. It's like, wow, I have to show what I'm made of right now, or everybody's gonna know. how the season's gonna go before it even gets going. So I like what I saw from Velocity, but Origin, they have to prove something to me because that was a slow start.
Yeah, absolutely. And
Ooh.
Origin listening to you as Bot Duncan early on in this one gets an early goal for a 1-goal lead.
That is not the way you want to be moving beast mode. Where are you going? As he is in reverse in the wrong spot. And I mean, that's what you have to do. You have to capitalize on the mistakes from the pressure mounting. And Origin, if they can ride out a 1-0 victory, I will be satisfied because that was an earned goal right there.
And the bump almost leading to another one, but Tiny with a great save. And I do think the pressure is a little higher earlier in the season because a lot of roster changes are going to be made.
Mhm.
And if someone sees you play bad on stream, they they're probably going to be a little more hesitant to pick you up. But Velocity not having to worry about that as they are playing like an absolute unit, and a good fake there by Tiny, but Pirate Rage with a nice read. Ball off the corner, high, C-dubs up, C-dubs with a nice touch to send that one away. And this ball sent back into the corner as it looks like Origin has kind of shaken it off from game one, and they're playing much better here in game two.
Yeah, and if you watch Parallax, he is playing like Arsenal. He is just first man diving at demos. He's gonna dive at a shot here. No, it's Pirate Rage. Everybody gets involved for Origin, and a 2-0 lead is very nice to start off game two.
Yeah, Bot Duncan did a great job of just keeping that ball in play, and a unfortunate bump on the goal line leaves it open for Pirate Rage to send it up by 2. Um, and Origin, without their highest MMR player, doing really well here in the second game.
Yeah, and I love the way Parallax is playing. Game one, he was very slow starting. He had the 1 goal, but he didn't really feel that Parallax presence that we all know and love. But in this next game, he may not have the most points, but he's doing his job. He's playing his role, and he's doing it beautifully.
Absolutely is, and Bot Duncan seems to have stepped up the aggression here as a double commit comes out of Origin, but it ball going towards the net and
Ooh.
another double commit on the goal line. Pirate Rage is there, but for a back pass this time, but a big dunk comes out as this ball up high. Parallax, good touch there, sending it to safety. C-dubs, solid control on the sidewall as he goes for low 50. Another 50 in favor of Origin, but Beast Mode gonna send that one out. Tiny can't quite get the touch, and Pirate Rage sends that one downfield on target as he puts another one in.
And you know the rotations are off whack whenever a shot of that speed finds its way across the map. You'd think somebody would get back. Big C-dubs almost making it there. That's just a rotational breakdown, and not the same team we saw in game one from Velocity. Either that or Origin is a new team here in game two, because 3 goals unanswered is not a good way to start off game two as another whiff comes through. Oh my gosh.
Opportunity there from Origin that probably shouldn't happen, and then the
Oh
most
my gosh.
unfortunate touch I've ever seen leads to a Tiny counterattack.
I don't know how. This is the goal for. Oh my gosh, that's crazy. That goes from 2 whiffs on one side of the field to a mistouch on the sidewall to a goal for Velocity. Parallax can't save that one as his teammate back passes it, and that was a very much prospect moment.
Yeah, that's one of those shots where if you can just consistently do it towards the other team's goal, that'd be really impressive. But unfortunately, it was towards the wrong side of the field. But Velocity trying to put the pressure on, but good control from Parallax puts a stop to that. This ball
Ooh.
trying to play it middle. Beast Mode off his own backboard. A double commit comes out, so it's going to give the ball back to Origin for free. Beast Mode control. Pirate Rage with a diving challenge, and it seems like Bot Duncan and Pirate Rage for this Origin roster have just been so good at keeping the pressure on this game.
Yeah, for 2 players I hadn't heard their names before, they are playing very well, and they're kind of filling in this 3-man unit very well. They're like a very like well made together unit. Parallax doesn't have to have all the shiny goals that we're used to seeing him do. He can just die for demos and have his teammates come up clutch for goals. That is the dream. As Bot Duncan with another one just beats the last man back. Parallax is gonna get credit for the assist there in 4-1 Origin.
Yeah, a great little touch by Parallax, sending it to the middle for Bot Duncan, who gets the softest touch, reading that defender's trajectory so perfectly to put that around him. And this one's 4-1, and it's just a completely different affair from game one.
Yeah, this is the revenge tour from last season's grand finals. The game one may not have been the start we expected, for this game two to be the way it is. But I love to see when a team is able to find what was going wrong in the first game and fix mistakes so easily with flying colors here with Origin. I'm loving what I'm seeing right now.
Absolutely, and we saw it last series with the Krakens, uh, and the Godfathers finally able to put together a winning strategy against the Krakens, but it was too little, too late. But Origin here, finding it earlier in the series could be all the difference. As they put in a fifth one, plenty of time left for that Brazil.
Yeah, and that was third man there. I didn't even see who it was, but that cannot be a ball you go for. When you see both of your teammates in front of you, probably a good idea to stay back and wait for the ball to come to you. But just diving in that one means this game is pretty much chalked up. And if I'm Origin, I am putting pedal to the metal, and I'm getting a Brazil to just crush the hopes of Velocity heading into Game Three, as they're one goal off of that Brazil.
So management usually picks player of the week. Um, for each of the leagues, but I might just not even look at everyone else's stats. I just might look at this series and pick who's got the best stats out of this one because Origin putting on an absolute clinic right now. The stats are insane from these guys. Bot Duncan leading the way with 4 goals on 6 shots, 643 score. An absolute madman there as they are looking for the Brazil, but C-Dubs trying to put a stop to that. Pirate Rage sends that one away. Ball off the backboard. No one there to shoot, though, as Duncan, with the dribble, gets a good 50. And with 30 seconds left, can you tell us a little bit about what Origin has done differently and what changes Velocity needs to make now as they are now on the back foot?
Oh, it's two big things. Is kickoffs are going heavily to Origin side, unlike they were in Game One. Velocity was pretty much winning all of them. The second big thing is you haven't heard the name Beast Mode all game. This guy has been completely silenced after popping off in the first game, and whatever they changed to keep him in check, it worked huge for them. As we may not get the Brazil, but I am just as satisfied with a 6-1 victory. As Big C Dubs, one for the road, will crush the Brazil, but not take the win. As Origin's still going to have the win in this game, and they are looking hot and ready to go for Game Three.
Yeah, I like the fact that Big C-Dubs not afraid to take that shot, not willing to just let it hit the ground and die. He's trying to get some momentum for next game, and I think they're going to need every bit of it, as it is all Origin right now, as that ball is going to hit the ground, and we are going to head into game number 3.
Yeah, game one, velocity started at about like a 5, speed, Origin is like a 2, but now Origin's at like a 7, and velocity's still at that 5, and it just looks so wacky as they do not look like they belong in the same field. They're playing too scared, and they need to play loose and be comfortable because 6-2, that is not a scoreline you expect after a game one victory from Velocity. Okay, Tiny, he did his part, but I got to see guys like Big C Dubs and Beast Mode, these two big name players, you know, I need to see something from them like I saw in game one because they really impressed me in game one, but this was not the same team that we saw in game one. So going into the next game, Velocity's got to be a team to step it up and get going early. They can't let the lead slip away so quickly.
Absolutely, and you mentioned JPH Beast Mode. He had 7 shots in game 1, only had uh, won this game, and that's you mentioned you weren't hearing his name, and he's got to put some shots on. He's got to apply that pressure as Origin just completely outshooting Velocity in that one, and you know Velocity decent defense. Even though you got pounded on all game, they held strong the best they could.
Yeah, I mean, when there's that many shots coming on, some of them are going to slip through at the prospect level. But I think if they can get a goal early on, I think this is a completely different game. Velocity is a very momentum based team. I can already tell that. So I want to see Big C Dubs. That's my guy. I want to see him step up and be the guy to get that early goal.
Now you said they're a momentum-based team. Is that like a pun because they're the momentum org,
Hey,
or?
bro. It can be whatever you want. That was not the idea, but it just happens naturally sometimes.
Yeah, I like it. It's beast mode. Trying to answer the call early, but none of his teammates there to help him out. Tiny sending this one downfield, but Parallax, great backboard defense there. But C-Dubs
Ooh,
off the demo. A good opportunity there, but it was just sent away. But C-Dubs turning back in. Beast mode there, shot just
ooh.
around the defender, but Tiny there on the back post for the cleanup.
I don't know. I feel a blowout for Velocity coming. I don't know why, but I feel like that's how the series is going to be. Is the team that scores first is probably just gonna pedal to the metal and take off. So I got what I wanted. Velocity starting off early, and it wasn't even big C dubs or beast mode JPH who got the goal. It was tiny, so that's a good sign.
And a great pass there. See, Beast Mode sending it wide. Can't get the follow-up touch there. And I absolutely agree with you, Magic. I think this one is just going to trade games until someone falls to the Game 5 nerves. But Origin trying to answer back here. Bot Duncan sending it up. But C-Dubs cutting that one off. Parallax, good control in his corner. Sent to the middle, but Rage going to send that one out wide. Tiny stuck in an awkward spot here and sends it off the ceiling. A shot comes in and
Ooh.
Parallax doing what he does best.
Parallax telling us to shut up. No blowout here. This is a banger. 69 miles an hour to the top corner. Your nice is in the chat because Parallax slots that one right where he has to even the score up.
Yeah, that was a great shot, and you mentioned he scores a lot of really nice goals, and that was definitely one of them. As Parallax looking and feeling good. C-Dubs gets demoed,
Ooh, good
and Pirate
demo.
Rage there to follow it up to give them a 1-goal lead.
I mean, this is what I asked him to do the last game, is just demo. But he's adding shooting and demoing in the same game, and Origin, they're gonna, really shut us up very quickly. That's me. I said Velocity's gonna take this game easily. Origin says not so fast. We're still here to play.
Yeah, the comms need to be almost perfect for that to happen. The demo followed by the immediate shot. I would love to be a fly on the wall in their VC right now, but Pirate Rage, a great touch and a good save by C-Dubs as he sends that one away. JPH, awkward touch in the corner. Tiny, trying to clear that one out. This one to the backboard. C-Dubs can't quite get the touch. Pirate Rage can't shoot. Parallax is going to send that one wide as he gets a demo. The net is momentarily open, but no power by Bot Duncan. But he does get a boost grab on the way out. We'll see how that applies the pressure as Pirate Rage off the top of the goal. No follow-up shot able to happen as somehow Velocity has kept this ball out of their net.
If I'm on Velocity, I hate Parallax's guts right now. This guy is just demoing left and right. The only reason game one wasn't, Velocity in the lead in demos is because of one guy, that's Parallax. Even when it's not a goal, he's still just chasing the third man and getting the demo every time. He does not miss. And he's shooting well. This is such a well-rounded player. As if he can get a pass here and get another goal for Origin, what can he do?
He's doing it all. He's having a great series, and this ball up, Tiny, awkward touch out. C-Dubs can't
Oh
quite
my
get it, and
god.
Parallax, we keep calling his name, puts in his second goal.
Hey, quick shout out to Pirate Rage and Bot Duncan. Y'all are playing great. It's not just the Parallax show, but he's always at the right place, right time. He's gonna slot another one home, and Origin, they're gonna start to run away with this one as well if Velocity doesn't slow him down.
Look, all I'm saying is Origin's up 3-1, and they've got a player with 36 points on the scoreboard. Like, the other, like, whenever one player is slacking on this Origin roster, it seems like the other two are doing everything they need to pick it up, and that is just great chemistry to have. As with 2 minutes left to play in this one, it might be a blowout in the opposite direction if Origin can keep this one up.
Yeah, I'm not like what I've seen from Velocity. Early goal and it doesn't matter. They just look so shell-shocked with the speed of pace from Origin. After that game one, how slow they were. They look really just not expecting the speed coming out from Origin because they're playing very quickly. They're just saying full send, try to beat a player to the ball. It's Pirate Rage. Shows you exactly what I'm talking about. And Bot Duncan trying to add on to the score, but I don't know. We're gonna need something very quickly here in Velocity.
Absolutely, and I feel like Velocity might be trying to do just a little bit too much with the ball. Instead of playing very simple Rocket League like this guy Pirate Rage is doing, as he sees open net, he puts ball on open net, and it doesn't get much simpler than that.
I mean, see ball, hit ball. I don't know what else to say. That was just a very overcommit from Velocity. They're trying so hard to play aggro and get the 2 goals that they need, but now they need 3 because of that mishap. Nice shot from Pirate Rage, and Bot Duncan's still sitting at a nice 38 points, and his team is running away with the game.
Another shot on net, Tiny with a great backflipping save. Bot Duncan can't make anything happen there as Pirate Rage is going to send that one in. 2 players out of position here for Velocity, and another double commit from Velocity. This ball up Pirate Rage in the air takes the shot just wide as Parallax would have gotten that goal with the secured demo.
Oh my
And going
gosh.
for another one as this man is on a mission. Pirate Rage downfield. Bot Duncan can't quite get the follow up as this ball shot wide. Beast mode off the backboard. No one there from his teammate, and it seems like Magic Velocity just isn't quite all on the same page. It's like they're not all ready to be on offense at the same time.
Yeah, I agree. They look kind of mental boom right now. All the demos coming through, and just how quick Origin's playing is throwing them off, and they don't look like they're playing comfortably. I mean, they honestly probably just turn off your comms and act like it's a solo queue game. 'Cause all three of these players have so much potential to pop off, and they just have one player take the ball and go for a play while the other two are safely back. I think that'll fix a lot of their problems.
Yeah, I agree with you there, and just tucking yourself in a safe spot so Parallax can't demo you, because I think that might be part of the problem, part of the reason why they're not able to all just get on the same page at the same time is partially because of those demos. And Origin leading the demos 6-3 in that one, and it was very, very evident in that game.
Yeah, and I mean, maybe it's not the first goal that matters for velocity, but it's the mid game when they have these overcommits while one player whiffs at a ball and the second man kind of goes a little too far, and Parallax is just waiting to snipe the third man back and then just collapses every time the same way. So, I mean, you have to have two guys ready to answer the attack from Origin because all three of these players have shown they're capable of just slotting a shot top corner. I mean, Bot Duncan, our guy's doing his job, but he did not contribute as much as he has to usually to win a game in the Prospect League, and it still was a blowout. So if this team wakes up as a three-man unit, Velocity, I don't know what they can do.
I mean, they've got to do something, and if they can make the adjustments that they need, we could be looking at another game 5. As crazy things happen on Forbidden Temple with a broken map that is still in the map rotation. We'll see who can read those faster corners better. As Pirate Rage looking to start things off better, as that ball did look a little quicker off that corner. T-dubs. Looking for a double, can't quite get it, but was close enough to draw a defender out. Beast mode, a weak shot, as he just is not looking up to the same form as he did in game 1.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, Big C-Dubs last season was one of the MVP candidates in my mind, and if we can see him pop off, I don't think it matters what Origin does. That player in Big C-Dubs has so much potential, and I just can't wait to see him get 100 boosts going up the sidewall to see what he's capable of. Because I saw it last season against me, and he pisses me off every time. His Parallax is pissing everybody off in the lobby because he's just everywhere at once.
Yeah, Bot Duncan getting involved this game with a nice pass off the backboard. Parallax with a beautiful angle to give them the 1-goal lead. And if you are Velocity, being on match point, down 1 goal this early on is not the spot you want to be.
Yeah, I'm not afraid to say it. I thought Parallax had a very down season last season compared to what I'm used to from him. And if first game of the season has anything to show for the rest, Parallax is looking for an MVP kind of season.
Yeah, Parallax is looking nice on the sticks as Beast Mode. No boost, dribble, gets it past one, but Pirate Rage in the right spot to send that one away. D-Dub sending that one across. Tiny going for it. Beast Mode off the backboard to Tiny again. And the small ball play just not quite working out as they just need to focus on getting some shots on target, Magic.
Yeah, and you can see no boost and pretty much everybody here is the ball. If that was on target, that'd be a nice lucky break, as a bad touch might be the lucky break they needed. Parallax is still able to hop in front of it. A demo does contribute nicely by Bot Duncan to relieve the pressure. But finally, Velocity looking to actually, make something happen on the Origin half.
Yeah, I'm gonna need another angle of that one because I really feel like he should have been able to put that in. But shout out to the defender if he was able to just cut that angle off, as uh, Velocity on offense already. Big C-Dubs
Ooh.
top right corner as he is trying to put his team on his back.
There's my boy. He just bangs off the corner, and Parallax finally making a miss that speedy corner. Definitely the reason there, not Parallax's fault for sure. As Big C-Dubs still slot at top corner.
Yeah, 1-1 here with 3 minutes left to play. Parallax Good kickoff. No one from Origin opting to go for it as Pirate Rage going to play this one up. Bot Duncan, a good 50 into the corner. A double commit there from Origin, but with the ball in a safe spot, nothing going to be too punished as another double commit comes out from Origin. Beast mode, trying to get a shot. Can't get the air dribble bump. So Pirate Rage going to have control. Load boost now is the Origin team as C-Dubs off the backboard. No one there to shoot it just yet as
Ooh,
JPH gonna find that angle, coming across the ball, putting it in, and giving Velocity a sign of life.
a nice hit by Big C Dubs, a very speedy pass, just rolling around the side into the corner, and a hard read for the Origin defense. I don't know about you, Squirrel, but this is a very refreshing game after the three blowouts really we've seen to start off. So as a
Oh,
kickoff goal just goes straight in. I mean, why not tie it back up? Let's get this thing to OT, will you?
wow. Uh, Tiny, so fast to the kickoff that he just got absolutely dunked by Pirate Rage, who I don't know if he intended to go a little slower, but it worked out as that ball just ricochets right into the back of the net. And you've got to feel bad if you're Velocity because you work so hard for these goals, and then Origin just sneaks one in like that.
Yeah, kickoff goals are so painful, especially when it's you getting kickoff goal for being too speedy. That's probably the worst feeling. And I mean, if being slow is the way to go, then so be it. As that's not the goals you have to be letting through if you win this series.
Close the way to go. I might have to come back from non-play because I can definitely do that. As a demo comes out, the net is open, Tiny, a quick rotation, and a counterattack. This one
No
shot,
shot.
and it's
Oh my
off. The
gosh.
rebound is off too. Oh my gosh, he's gonna want that one back as that was an open net miss from the beast mode himself. A double commit from Origin. We've seen that a few times here, Magic, but it just seems like Velocity not able to just capitalize on those double commit opportunities.
Yeah, and you cannot miss out on that kind of opportunity. That was as good as it's gonna get. Just a wide open breakaway, has to read the shot, open net, and he got in his own head. And he had a second chance too, but just couldn't corral it in time. I mean, from game one to what we see now from Beast Mode JPH, I really wishes he would show what he has in the tank. 'Cause I feel like he's so much better than he's showing right now.
Yeah, I feel like he had a really, like you said it best. He had a really great game one, and then pretty average. Not gonna say bad. I don't think anyone on this pitch has played bad, but just not playing as well as you need to get a win over how good the Velocity roster or the Origin roster is playing right now. As Bot Duncan keeping the pressure on Tiny. A good touch away. Pirate Rage gets it past him. C-Dubs, a great clear. Parallax up, and with 35 seconds left, it looks like we might have an overtime. And I wonder how both of these teams are gonna do in OT.
I'd imagine it's going to be Origin. He's going to be the more comfortable team because we've seen so much panic from the Velocity guys as Beast Mode had no boost. And it's like, please, somebody take the ball from me as last few seconds roll around.
Parallax popping that up high. A shot comes out from Bot Duncan, but sent away. A double commit, Tiny, right place at the right time. This ball is rolling. Couldn't quite get anything from Bot Duncan. This ball's still up in the air as we're looking for a 0-second goal. Parallax!
Ooh.
Oh, I thought he was going to get that redirect. We are into overtime. Parallax on the kickoff. Beast mode. A good kickoff. C-Dubs up in the air. Bot Duncan up as well. Plays it low. Parallax just fast enough to get there as the ball finally settles down in a good 50, a double commit. And I don't know about you, Magic, but I really feel like these double commits are going to eventually bite them in the butt as Beast Mode takes control, and we are going to have a Game 5.
I mean, right there, to be fair, it was 2v2 in that one ball, as everybody was diving to that one, and there's still somebody safely back, but it didn't matter, as he's just going to ride it into the net. And that is a refreshing game after some blowouts to go to OT and have it finish with a very, scrappy finish like that. Just diving at one ball and rolling into the net. That is a prospect goal, and I'm here for it as we do make our way to a game five. I mean, maybe first game of the season, or first matches of the season on stream are just that hype and delivering because we got back to back game fives.
Hey, I said it at the start and I'll say it again. I genuinely think this is going to be the most competitive season uh, that Nemesis has ever seen. And the fact that two of our three matches so far have went to game five, I think it means we're going to have a lot of exciting streams this season. As usually, we don't get content like this until we get to like the playoff play-in type events. So I don't know. I'm excited for it, and you know, I think before this game started, I would have said Velocity, but as Origin has looked great this series, I'm gonna pick Origin here in Game Five.
I respect that, but I feel like Beast Mode, he woke up in that last game. You saw he had the game-winning goal, and I really want to see him keep that going. So just for the sake of for entertainment, I'm going Velocity. I'm sticking true to my prediction. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah, I jumped up there and swapped Origin as Bot Duncan looking solid here. And what's crazy, Magic, is even if Velocity wins this game, depending on the score.
Oh
Oh, as a
my
great flick comes
god.
out from Beast Mode, and I'll finish that thought after this recap.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how this finds its way to the back of the net. That was the most bot flick I've ever seen, but it works as Bot Duncan couldn't find it. He just backflips in place. And, well, I mean, Beast Mode JPH, he's going to get another one.
Yeah, and that was a great goal. And I was gonna say, like, depending on what the score is, uh, Velocity could win the series, and Origin could have outscored them in the series, which is absolutely crazy. As the wins from Velocity a little less more tame, and the wins from Origin just seemed like it's absolutely dominating. So if Velocity can keep this one close, Magic, I think you're right. They might take it, but Origin gonna have to blow this one out of the water.
Then how do you feel about that if you're in Velocity and you win after just getting smoked in every loss? I don't know if you really feel like you're the real winner. I mean, you'll take your 1-0 record, but there's so many things to clean up on both sides from both teams. But so far, considering this is a stream match, the nerves are being held down very nicely as the shot is sent away by Tiny.
Yeah, I mean, you know, no matter how many goals they score on in the early part of the series,
Oh
clutch factor
no.
is more important than anything, and C-Dubs has that factor as he scores a beautiful double tap.
That's right, C-Dubs proved me right, Squirrel wrong. My prediction was genius, wasn't it? As he's gonna prove me right in another department, and that is a great player right there in Big C-Dubs. He's not gonna miss that shot ever, wide open net, and he's gonna make a 2-0 lead for Velocity.
And we see it again. It seemed like that was another Origin double commit. As I don't know what has gotten into them, but they need to just sit down, have a replay review, fix their comms a little bit, and make sure they're actively calling that ball and respecting each other's calls.
Oh
As
my
this ball
gosh.
50 hard off the
Oh,
back wall, Beast Mode controls it really well. Pirate Rage gonna go up for this one, send it out. Tiny gonna leave it for C-Dubs. Parallax off the sidewall, breaking Bagel's rule number one. Don't hit it off the sidewall, as that's gonna give the pressure right back to Velocity. C-Dubs off the wall. Pirate Rage, a good touch. And if you think about the early part of the series, Magic, it seemed like Velocity was always the ones that don't have boost. But now every time we pop over to a Origin player, it seems like they're the ones that are low.
yeah, it's kind of what I pointed out earlier. How that first game was Origin at a low speed and Velocity at a medium, and then it was Origin at a high speed and Velocity still at a medium, but now Velocity is at a very high speed. They're grabbing every boost and just staying in full boost, and they're just zooming past these balls. There's a little too much zoom right there as a whiff comes through, and that's going to give Origin a lot of pressure here.
An infield pass comes out.
Oh!
Bot Duncan puts it in. Parallax and Bot Duncan connecting for a nice goal.
That is a beauty right there. Parallax, a great first touch to stay with it, and Bot Duncan just slots it. There's no way you're saving that ball. And Origin trying to just fight their way back and get a little comeback attempt here in Game 5.
Yeah, and you're putting yourself in a good position. Down by one, half the game left to play. Plenty of time not to panic. But Beast Mode looking to make something happen, but he gets cut off immediately. This pass comes out. Bot Duncan to Parallax. Parallax shooting it wide. I really like Origin and their passing plays in this game, Magic.
Yeah, that's probably their fix after dropping that last game. There's not much team play as Beast Mode just bodies everybody and sends into the back right corner.
Yeah. Origin with the team plays, beast mode with the solo plays. Gonna just dribble and get a nice 50 right into the bottom corner of the net, and you just got to get a better challenge on that ball and block off the net, play that 50 somewhere else. As Velocity extends their lead back to 2 goals.
And the possession is just all velocities now. We saw the last two games, it was all Origin. Even in that win from Velocity, Origin controlled it. But right now, Velocity is just continuously containing the ball in their possession as the bump comes through. That's going to roll right into the net. Tiny is getting involved in a big way.
Tiny coast to coast, one
Oh,
end to the other, like, with the bump to
oh my
seal the
gosh.
deal, giving Velocity a 3 goal lead. And this is the point where you start to get a little demoralized if you're Origin. You fought so hard, and Velocity just seems to be running away with it.
Yeah, they woke up. He kind of woke up the beast, and they didn't finish it out. After that game two dominance from Origin, I thought they were about to run away with the series. But that is not the case as Velocity. They finally figured out their mistakes. No double commits, a lot of solo attempts, and it is proving to be the fix right now.
Yeah, and I think this one, this series is a series of peaks and valleys. They peaked at different times, and I think Velocity has shown that they are the slightly more consistent team, but Origin has showed that they might have a higher peak. Uh, if they can just get their consistency together, they'll be pretty dominant team.
Yeah, and we just saw all three Origin players whiff on the same ball. So that's probably an easy thing to see to fix. As a team bump coming through, Big C Dubs just has to
Oh,
put
what
it
a
top
save!
corner with a save from Parallax, but the pressure is just mounting and
Oh, what a
almost
save!
another one. But it will be cleared away, but time is running out quick.
Yeah, a beautiful defensive stand there from Origin, but defense is not where you need to be when you're down by 3, 20 seconds left. Trying to get out of their half as Velocity has just absolutely suffocated them. And you made a good point about the double commits being an easy fix. And if that's one takeaway for Origin, it's that a lot of their mistakes are fixable. It's not a huge mechanical difference between these two teams. It just comes down to a few simple, fixable mistakes, and if they can get those together, then Origin is going to have a great season ahead of them. But Velocity, the team of the night, taking Game 5 in a commanding fashion, uh, as that they just put on an absolute clinic in that last game.
Yeah, and way to bounce back from Velocity because that's it looked like it was starting to slip away, but they took control and they're going to take the win. A nice, 1-0 start to the season that has to feel good, especially getting the repeat against Origin. That looked very similar to the finals last season, but they will take the win.
Yeah, Velocity, starting off strong, 1-0, looking to hopefully go back to back, win another chip. As they are in a pretty solid division. So they'll need all the wins they can get before we head into division matches. Origin also in a strong division, not quite getting that one. So they'll need to pick one up here on Wednesday if they want to start off their season strong. But uh, Magic, 2 games, 2 game 5s. Uh, that's impressive for week 1 or for opening day really, as hopefully the next match of the night is also a game 5. And I know Crip is hating me right now for saying that, but Magic, I want to say thank you for joining me on that first one.
Yeah, it was fun, and if you're in chat right now, don't go anywhere because I feel like a game five is coming your way.
Yeah, it should be a good one as we head to the rival league. I think it's Mafiosos versus Minotaurs, or not Minotaurs, Chimeras, as that will be a solid one. Stick around for that action. Make sure you join us there as we are trying to hit Twitch partner 75 average viewers. Let us hit it. We'll be right back after this short break. We love y'all.